thought about filming this a couple of times. Thought about trying to tell you all what it's like living inside over here. Trying to understand when you wake up in the morning, you don't even see why you're alive. Trying to understand why things happen and why the world works in the mysterious ways that it works, and trying to make sense of everything when it's nonsensical. I think that's the right word, I don't know. My nan died in 2019. Before that point, I had a few issues with my brain. Nothing real major. Woody! Just walking my dog. I felt shit after my dad died, but my dad was a worthless example of a father figure. Never taught me anything, was never really there, only cared about himself. Worthless. Didn't deserve the title of father, if I'm honest. Woody! Good boy. When my nan died in 2019, shit hit hard. My nan was like my mum. And I'm going to say a lot of shit now that's very controversial, is going to piss a lot of people off. But at the end of the day, it's how I feel. Woody! My mum wasn't the best mum. She'll make different excuses as to why she weren't, but she doesn't want to take accountability for how shit she actually was. Cool. My dad wasn't the best dad. He ain't alive anymore, but I guarantee if he was, he wouldn't take accountability for how shit he was. Woody, here. When my nan died, everything went to shit. I felt like I lost my mum, my guidance, my understanding of how the world works. Woody, here boy! My grasps of reality changed. And I slowly saw social circles dwindle away and become nothing. People who I aspired to be like my entire life promised that they'd be at my nan's funeral, and that was the real point where I really found out who my real friends were, and that shit was real difficult after that. You know, and we have to take some count of accountability. I never left the fucking house. I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to do shit. I didn't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to be around society. Because I was scared I was going to burst into tears in the middle of everywhere and look weak and all this shit. And then society tells you that that's alright. It's alright to look weak. It's alright as men to look weak, and it's alright that if you feel weak, you're not a weak person. That's what they'll try and tell you. That's what they'll try and convince you. Until you're at the point where you feel completely utterly weak and you've convinced yourself you're a weak person. And you can't control how you feel, and you can't control your emotions, and then what happens is, because you're frustrated in a situation, you'll express that frustration in a manner that you don't even... Woody! In a manner you don't even understand. And then to the whole of society, you're the problem. You're angry. That's the best one. We'll try and talk, and we may raise our voice because of frustration in the situation, but you're angry, and no matter what you say to people, nothing matters. I'm sorry to say it, people, but nothing matters, because society's got this conception of men as being angry, violent, malicious beings. So whenever we raise our voice, it's sensed as, oh, we're going to get angry now, or we raise our voice, we're shouting and being aggressive, and yeah. And then on September 11th, the only person other than my missus, Woody, yeah, boy. Other than my missus is a rock. She keeps me sane. She understands that what I am right now ain't who I am. She understands that. And honestly, if anyone's watching this at all, and you feel like you ain't who you was, or you're never going to go back to who you was, or anything like that, it ain't that bad. Honestly, it ain't that bad. Baby elephants have their mums shot on their head. for like, I think it's like the first 2 or 3 years of their life. Like, your life ain't that bad, mate. Just wake up, look in the mirror, and just start being accountable for yourself. That's what you got to do. You got to be accountable for yourself. Woody, here boy. For 17 years, my best friend was there for me. Right the way through to the end, where I was a dick because of my brain. He told me I lived a dream. I've got a beautiful missus, which is absolutely beautiful. I have a beautiful child and a very, very beautiful home. But none of that matters to my mind, because my mind tells me that I'm the problem, and that society don't want people like me around, and it's easier to just not be around anymore. That's what your brain will tell you. It ain't true. It ain't true. Look in the mirror, be thankful for who you are, and then if you have kids, go look at your kids, be thankful for the fact you got fucking kids, mate. Because in 20 years time, if you got a son, the amount of microplastics he eats and all the other shit that's contaminating his fucking himself and the way society is, he probably won't even have fucking kids. That's the reality of it all, man. You're gonna feel shit. You're gonna want to give in. Would it here? You're gonna want to just call it a day. But that ain't our job. Our job's to be responsible for what the fuck we've got. Our job's to be responsible for the people that are around us. Would it here? And if you think like you're alone, would it here? And you're wondering why you're alone, I hate to say it, maybe it's your fault. Maybe the way that you've been whilst you've been trying to battle your own brain is the reason why no one wants to be around you. That's my case. I own that, that's my fault. I'm a dick. Sitting in your house wallowing over it all though, ain't the answer. Sitting in your house thinking to yourself, oh, I'll cry it out today, ain't the answer. The fuck out of bed. Suck it up, move forward. That's what you gotta do. It's time men start being men. Stop being little bitches about everything. But he here. That's just my fault anyway.